Oscar BEVIS, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Valas here at the weigh-in for Lawrence Okoli and Michal Cieślak. Dean Whyte joins me. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, very well. We're just talking about your shows over there, actually, and I haven't been to one yet, but I do just want to say congratulations on the first few, because for small hall boxing, sometimes you see shows and they could be put together and look a little bit dusty, but I have to say, production value-wise, I haven't seen any of the fights, but production value-wise, they look very, very good.
Yeah, man, we're trying to put the right energy and thing into it, man, you know what I mean? And I'm looking around at, what Matchroom doing, they're pioneers and what they're doing, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to just give the same energy into what I'm doing. And what I do is I do what I'd think people would like, or what I'd like anyway. So, and that's what I've been doing. So we put a lot of energy into the production, and stuff like that. And to be honest, even the fights, they've been evenly matched as well, if truth be told. So, and we're going to continue to progress, because it's like prospect boxing, grassroots boxing, developing fighters that are managed and trained, putting on other fighters. Literally just here, as I was talking, I've been negotiating for the last couple of days. We've got going to have my first title fight, hopefully, on the bill as well. I think a Southern area and maybe an English title, and maybe an international or whatever. But there's things I'm just trying to work and develop and grow. But look, you know what I mean? I'm just, a guy that loves boxing, has got a very good and big passion for seeing it grow and building around. And what I don't do is I don't wait for opportunities. I just create them, because I think, I'll be wasting my own time, and life is too short. So I just got on and just got busy, man. I felt there was a niche and a gap for it, and I've been vindicated in that. So I'm happy.
Well, like I say, congratulations. They look like they're going really well. In terms of the fighters you manage, I just want to sort of ask whether, obviously, all the fighters dream of fighting on bills of like Matchroom, DAZN, BT and Queensbury, whatever. In terms of the fighters you manage, are you also seeking opportunities on other cards elsewhere?
Of course. It's not just for them to, but what it is it's an opportunity, because I'm not going to lie, we're getting good numbers through the door. Sold out a few times, good numbers through the door. And we want to continue that. And what it is the atmosphere, that cauldron. So, these guys, we've got all the monitors the same, the big billboards, it's just everything. Anything you see, like what Matchroom used to do when they used to do the next gen at, York Hall, we're doing similar thing. We're trying to, so what are you saying, Chan? You good, yeah? That's my bro. We're trying to get it, the energy, the synergy, the entertainment value. But what most important, these guys get used to the environment, because when they go on small halls and they've not been in front of a decent crowd before, and hostility, and when you go on these big cards, the nerves kicks in, and then they just they don't perform. So what I'm trying to do is continue to grow, and I'm going to be ambitious. I'm going to be bold enough when the opportunity comes to get bigger places and do it. I've seen the blueprint. You know what I mean? I'm going to be bold enough and daring enough to do things. Me and the team, getting sponsors and coming on, and we're just going to try and build and do something that's going to be great for, down the line for everyone. You know what I mean? All of the guys, because if you can't get on the likes of here, our show is going to be pretty close to, one of the biggest things. And you got loads of people that's got big shows doing good stuff, but we want to be in our own little corner doing what we're doing and vying and giving great entertainment and value also. But like I said, back to what I was saying, we want to give these guys that feeling, so they're at home and they're comfortable with what they are, coming to the show, and it's packed all the time. And then when they go onto the big platform, they kind of have that comfortability. They're used to it. There's no nerves as much, and then they can go and perform. Because sometimes a lot of the people, they falter because of the nerves. So yeah, this is what we're going to be looking forward and trying to build on. May the 14th again, we go again, and we should hopefully have some titles, God willing. And we'll try and have another sold out show, and then just look forward from there to close out the year with probably another 3, probably. Try and be as active as I can.
You're already sounding like a promoter. That's going well. You know what I'm going to ask you? Dillian, complete silence, mate.
Official tissue. Well, I've seen it online anyway. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? I can now talk about that small bit. Because
I was going to say, it's weird, because if Dillian's being completely silent, I kind of can't really ask you questions to speak through Dillian. Do you know what I mean? But I can imagine everyone's been saying to you, I am, thank you very much. I can imagine everyone's been saying to you, what's Dillian saying? But you're not going to tell us, so.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, you're smart enough. But look, he's okay. He's doing his thing. He's in the gym. He's training. It's official. We've seen it on the Top Rank. They've announced it. Frank Warren's announced it. And it's been around. I've got many tags and whatever. So I definitely know it's official. I'm not really going into it too much. Look, when Dillian's ready to open up and talk, obviously he'll come and say what he needs to say. But it's definitely a fight. It's definitely at Wembley, it seems. And I'm sure he's just cracking on and doing what he needs to do. Some people say, is this part of the mind games and mental battle? And he's just training. It could be. I don't know. I don't have those answers. That's I let him do what he needs to do. If he feels it's appropriate to do that, this is what he's going to do. But one thing we can be rest assured, he will be training and he's going to come in a hell of a shape to come and wrestle that belt from the Gypsy King and become the new WBC World Champion. He's been waiting a long, long time. So,
So was it just more relief? Even seeing the poster, just relief from your side, just like, oh, finally. Because you knew it was going to happen, but when you see the poster, that kind of gets it.
I know what you mean. I don't think, not. You know what, there's many little things that I don't think is that much of a relief. But what I will say, I think I'll more say this. I'd more say, I've even lost my chain of thought of what I was actually going to more say, but I suppose, but there's so much things behind the scenes, I believe, that's kind of, it's probably put a sour taste in how it's meant to be, I think, because, I don't know, I don't think Tyson Fury, somewhat, not being funny, a hell of a fighter. I'm a fan of Tyson Fury, I'm a fan of boxing and what he's done. But then at the same time, history shows he always has to be forced into the ring. He pulls out a lot. There's so many things he does. I'm not saying he's a coward or anything, because he's not. The man's a hell of a fighter and he's going to go down in history as one of the best. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, Dill's looking to upset the apple cart, so I'm happy to give him that first L, but that's not going to take anything away from him. He's had 3 hard fights with Deontay Wilder, but what we do know is we had the buckle with Vladimir Klitschko and him not getting the rematch. They didn't take that. I don't know that shenanigans with David Haye, not blaming anyone. I don't know whose fault that was. And then we had the shenanigans with Deontay Wilder where he tried to run off and do something. He's known for that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So until the actual weigh-in's done, we're not sure how this is all going to unfold. But what we do know is Dillian's going to be training. You know what I mean? He rightfully so said that he needed rest because he had these 3 hard fights. How much has that taken off the clock of Fury? You know what I mean? Because them are hard fights. I watched it yesterday. But that's another part of his character. Hell of a guy. Continues to get off the canvas and continues to come back and rally. And that shows testament to the guy, how tough, how durable, what a character he is. You know what I mean? So big up that guy. But like I say, it's going to be a big mega fight for the UK. Obviously, people maybe wanted to see the unification fight with Joshua and him. But if you're talking about a mega fight that could get made, this is probably one of the biggest that could get made in terms of people who's out here doing things. Dillian is a pay-per-view star here in the UK. His name transcends the pond. But I mean, in the UK, he is big business. He's done 5 or 6 pay-per-view shows himself. So he brings his part of the parcel to the table. And Tyson Fury obviously done his stuff in America. He is well known here because he's the Gypsy King, because he's from here, and you got to give him respect. But he has never done his own pay-per-view shows here. So, Dillian's got his part to play in this, and respectfully, he should give Dillian that respect. All this talking about what you've made and what you didn't make. What we know is that he sells at O2 on more than one occasion. What we do know, he does good numbers on pay-per-view. So respectfully, we need to give Dillian his respect on that as a businessman and as a boxing person who's doing good things in boxing. Because there's only a smaller people that actually make to this kind of level and get to these kind of numbers. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, just last one from me because we're running on battery. So, quick one. Like I said, I'm not going to ask through Dillian, so I'll just ask you straight. Are you disappointed that there's no Matchroom involvement?
I'd say, look, I think Matchroom bring big business, big numbers. They understand the science of boxing. They understand what the fans want, and they know how to put these shows together. I'm not going to discredit Warren. They've done a good job in their time. But, Eddie Hearn's done a tremendous job in boxing, world boxing, and he continues to do so. So I think they should have maybe tried to do something together and elevated it to different heights. But look, what can I say? You know what I mean? It is what it is. They won the purse bids. They put their money where their mouth is. So credit to them. Let's hope they can go and pull this off and not make too much enemies.
Make it the event it deserves to be, innit?
Exactly. And make sure they do it the right way and give the fans what they want.
Yeah. Brilliant. Dean, top man.